Okay, so we're back with the something I don't think you could argue with. Log base a of x is equal to log base a of x, right? Can't argue with that. It's the same exact thing, right? But let's actually work this out with exponentials. And I can take this to the that power is equal to that. And then you'll see what it works out as. A to the log base a of x is equal to what? X. Look at a, whatever that is the answer. You see what I'm saying? All right. We've covered quite a few definitions now. So you should be able to look at something like that and tell me the answer. 20. Done. Because that and that are the same. Yeah, you can work it out the long way, which would be log base 5 of, over there, x is equal to, over here, log base 5 of 20. And then that's the same as that, so that has to be the same as that. So x equals 20. If you know the shortcuts, though, it'll save you a lot of time. Like that one. What's the answer? 5. If these two are the same, that's the answer. Remember, though, if you need to work it out, just say equals x, set up your exponential. 6 to the x is equal to 6 to the 5. So x has to equal 5. All right, so if you know your properties, though, they're at snap. That answer was 5. What's this answer here? 15. Done. These two are the same. All right. First one's easy. 100. The next one's more of a mind bender because if the bases were the same, if that was 4 and that was a 4, then the answer would be 100. But I can make them the same. Log base 4. Keep that as a 4. And then write your 2 as a 4 to the 100. I want this to be the same, right? So I'm going to make it a 4 to the what? To the 1/2. And now the base is the same. So that must be your answer. And what is it? 50. You get that? I can make these bases the same, and then my answer will just be this. Log base 6 of 6 squared, which is what 36 is, to the 4th. See what I did there? Just replace 36 with 6 squared. And now these bases are the same. My answer is what? Power to a power, you multiply them. 8. Next one. This can be written simpler. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to say log base 7 of, rewrite that, 49 to the what? Yeah. Now, can't that be written as a 7? And then it'll be log base 7 of 7 squared to the 1/4. You see how this is working? Those are the same. That must be your answer. 2 times 1/4, what is it? 2/4, which is a 1/2. This one, log base 9 of, how can I rewrite 27 as a 9 to the something? I can't do that, but I could bring them both to the 3. Oh, okay, actually, good. Let's do that. 9 to the, and somebody just suggested we could make this 9 to the 3/2. That's good. Now, if you can't do that in your head, you could have done it a different way, but it's a lot longer. All right, let's keep moving. This is the calculator part. You have your calculator handy. Do you remember from the very beginning of class, I gave you a sneak preview on how to do these. One of these 3 can be done on the calculator. Which one? The black one or the blue one? Or, sorry, there's no blue one. The red one or the green one? Black one can be done on the calculator because it's base 10. And all you'd have to do is type in log 8. You'd be done, right? This one can be done in your head because it's 2 to the what makes 8, right? And what is the answer? 3. Okay, so it's only down to that one I don't know how to do in my head or with a calculator. So I got to show you how to do that, and I already told you. Do you remember? What is it? Log 15 over log 3. Now, if you put that in and you type in log 15 and don't hit equals, But you'll do log 15, end your parentheses, and then say divided by log 3, parentheses, and then hit equals at the very end. It'll do all the dividing for you. Otherwise, you got to figure out this one as a decimal, figure out that one as a decimal, and then take them and divide them both. Takes a lot longer. Just put in this, say divide right away, and put in that, and hit enter. If you hit enter at the end, it'll tell you your decimal. What did you get? All right, good. Now, there's the big long proof of the formula, or it's not really a formula. It is a formula, actually. It's less of a proof than it is just a formula. That you can make any base you want. And what base do you want? Base 10. And all you have to do is put this on the top. Notice the A goes on the top and the X goes on the bottom. The one that's more high up here goes on the top, and the one that's lower goes on the bottom. So it makes sense. So since you could do any base you want, any of these would be right, but that's the one you'd choose because you want base 10, because that's what your calculator can do. All right. So if you just see a problem like this, you are really doing 6 to the what is 12, and you're not going to be able to do that with base changes. Can't put them both like as 2 to the whatever. You can't put them both as 3 to the whatever, so you can't do it unless you know logs. I hope you know how we just taught you how to do that. Try it on your calculator. So what goes on the top? Log 12. What goes on the bottom? When you actually did log 12 divided by log 6, smart way to do it is without any equals in between. You just hit the equals at the end. And then what do you get? What? 1.39. Good. That's right. All right. Rapid fire answers. When you see these lining up like this, what's the answer? 6. Those line up, what's the answer? 46. Those aren't quite lining up. I could make that into what? 7 squared. Then what's the answer going to be? 12. Good. This one, if you were going to put it into your calculator, you'd put in what over what? Log 7 over log 3. And how about this one? Over. All right. Log 10 over log 9. And last reminder, because you're going to have a few on your worksheet like this. If this one or this one are ever a certain thing, you can just write down empty set. What can't those be? They can't be negative. And what can't this one be? 1. And let's see if you remember this one. If this one is a 1, it's okay, and it's a really easy answer. 0. Very good. All right, I think that sums it all up. Question was, if there's a negative in one of these positions, like say that was negative, you just say like this. Empty set. Okay, that's all there is to it.